And now for a quick commercial break.
Hey, what's going on, Jay Random? I just found out about this new app called Anchor.
Please tell me more about it, Jay Stokes.
Well, it's a free app and it allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your computer or your phone.
Wow, that's amazing.
And you can actually distribute it on different streaming platforms like Apple and Spotify. Oh, man, I tell you, it's been great for our podcast.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad you said that. So now basically we're not just on one platform. We're on multiple platforms. That's really good to know.
Yeah, and you can actually make money off of your podcast with no minimum listenership.
And the more platforms we are on, it seems like the more money we can make, right?
Pretty much.
Wow, I like that. And what's the name of this app? Is it an app or what's the name of this again?
Yeah, it's Anchor, Anchor. And I encourage everyone out there to download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Anchor, everything you need, all in one place. This is AVIOT, Atypical Voices in Our Time, the official podcast of Chemistry Productions. That's spelled K3MISTRY Productions, a media education company.
So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's the AVIOT podcast. I'm your gracious co-host, Jay Stokes, joined by Koya and Jay Random. How's everybody doing today?
Chilling.
Hey, guys.
The first thing I wanted to start with is talking about the Vice President of the United States. Well, not the Vice President of the United States, but Vice President-elect of the United States, Kamala Harris. So Joe Biden has finally chosen a Vice President-elect, and it's shaking up the country, and people are having mixed feelings about it. So I just wanted to get both of y'all's take on everything.
Cool. Well, you can go first.
Let's see. I'm kind of on the fence, too, with Kamala, whatever her name is. I don't know. I mean, I'm happy for her. She's a black woman, black girl magic. Woo! I could carry it. But she be doing some little sideline funny stuff. The black people was like, now we supposed to ride out for you. Like, I get we all black, but I don't think that means that I have to necessarily ride with you. But we don't have a choice because we got to get Trump out. So let's them too evil. She got my vote. Woo! Go, girl. That's it.
Random?
Nah, I agree with Coy. By far. I really don't care about Kamala, but my whole goal is to get Trump out. So she got my vote as well. So, you know, she got my vote by default because I really want Trump out.
All right, so I'm getting a little note from the Ghost. The Ghost said Kamala is the Democratic VP nominee. She is a candidate, not elect. Okay, thanks for the fact check, Ghost.
Wait a minute. So you say the VP nominee, not elect. When did she get elected?
No, I think I said elect. Yeah. When they win, they call them the elect. So she didn't win yet. Okay. Her or Biden didn't win anything yet. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Ghost.
Thank you.
All right, Random. Go ahead. Say what you wanted to say. Sorry to cut you off.
No. That's cool. No. Corrections are needed. No, that's all. I just wanted to say she got my vote by default. You know, both of them got my vote by default. I mean, really, I'm not happy with either of them, but I do prefer him over. What's his name? The old man, Bernie. I would never voted for Bernie.
Oh, don't trigger Koya. Don't trigger Koya with that.
Nah, don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Because I'm stuck in my teeth.
I know. Bernie could never get my vote.
Yeah, so I had a debate with a buddy of mine today because I showed him a tweet, and I actually showed it to Koya too, and Random, I might have passed it to you once upon a time, but you probably ignored it. And the tweet said, people are so insecure, they criticize black people who say they aren't voting, but it's never been about us not voting. It's about not voting for the candidate they prefer. Watch the reaction you get if you say you are voting for a third-party candidate, and that will prove it. So I want to know what your thoughts on that.
Well, yeah, I saw that tweet. I read it.
Okay.
I guess you got a point when you think about it. It's really not about you voting. It's, are you voting for my guy? Mm-hmm. If you're not voting for my guy, I see a lot of Bernie people seem to always want to push you to Bernie. It's like, no one's voting for Bernie. Like, Bernie on his way out. Like, Bernie's old.
So we leave Bernie out of this.
Old. He spits when he talks. Bernie. I don't think Bernie White made it too long. So I feel like you're right. When it comes to voting, it's not about voting. It's about, are you voting for my guy? And if not, why are you not voting for my guy? Yes. And that's why I think a lot of people nowadays don't even say who they're voting for, because you tell people who you're voting for, now it's a 20, 30-minute argument.
Well, I'm telling everybody, I'm voting for Forky 2021. Forky
There
for
you
president. Let's get it.
There you go, Forky.
Yeah, I'm jumping on your bandwagon, Randall. Forky for president.
Forky all day, man. Listen, I believe in Forky more than them.
Yeah, but the thing is, I understand people's thoughts about the election and whatnot, but at the end of the day, if you vote, then you exercise your liberty and your freedom to do so. And it's your decision on who you want to vote for. No one can tell you if you're right or wrong. It's your opinion, and you're entitled to that.
Yes, sir.
I agree.
Right.
So,
But people don't know how to mind their business nowadays. That's like
They
a
don't.
thing of the past.
They don't.
very true.
6 degrees of separation. Everybody's hypersensitive. Nobody mind their damn business, which is why they're hypersensitive. If you mind your own shit, you ain't got to worry about nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody got that memo.
Nope.
That's why
No.
the Mexicans was sneaking in there voting for Trump last time. I knew they was, but I was just
Yeah,
like,
sure were.
You know they
the
were.
Mexicans was voting for him like, what are y'all doing? But you know,
That's
to
what.
each
That's
his
why I
own.
vote for him again. They don't care. And that's one thing I don't like, when people don't care and go and vote and just vote blindly. I don't like that either.
Well, can't you say the same thing
Be on
of?
the ballot in Connecticut, right?
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was asking if Kanye would be on the ballot in Connecticut because some people are really serious about voting for him, which is alarming and sad and a couple of other things to me.
Yeah.
But in Connecticut,
Voting
he
blind.
doesn't. Like,
But-
hello.
But you can say the same thing. So I know a lot of people are voting for Kanye because he's black, right? They're saying, oh, he's a black male. And you could kind of say the same thing for Kamala. They're because people, no matter what, she might identify as Indian and like the Indian community is trying to claim her. But no matter what, she will always be looked to as a black candidate. She will always be looked to as a
Oh,
black.
she's Indian?
Yeah, she's half Indian, half Jamaican.
Oh.
But she doesn't
All right.
claim her Jamaican side. So that's why it's
You don't have to.
But that's why it's
She's
interesting. Oh yeah. And I mean, the
Hello.
black took over. When you look at her, you
That
don't
part.
think Indian. You don't think, oh, she doesn't look Indian.
Hell, no. She's a light-skinned black lady. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my thing is, it's funny how they're trying to sell that, oh, we have a black woman that's going to be a vice president nominee, but it's like, she doesn't even consider herself black. She only conveniently considers herself black.
Yep. She opt in and opt out.
Like, it's a lot of things about her that I've heard, like when she was running for president before, that I didn't agree, but I'm still going to vote for her. But Joe is so creepy. I don't understand how y'all could ride for Joe over Bernie. Like, Joe is mad creepy. He talks like, he look like a narcoleptic. He always like he's on his way to sleep. Like, even
That
Trump
is
called him
true.
Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe.
That is true.
Like,
That is
nigga's
true.
mad creepy.
That is
He like
true.
little
That
kids.
is true.
Did you hear the news story about the black kids that would go under the water and play with the hair on his legs or something weird like that?
Ew, what?
He gets weirder by the day. I'm
Well, this is my
so
thing.
sad that
I don't believe stories now that's coming out because I feel like
he
it's
said
probably the Russian bots. Because one thing my wife and I, we both said is, where was all his energy when he was the vice president?
Well, nobody was caring about
None
him
of
when he
this
was vice
came out.
president. No one
But
cared about
still,
him.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't trust it, because you guys got to remember that the Russians are trying to elect Trump again. So when this creepy stuff come out, I'm like, when was it when he was vice president? And yes, I understand he was vice, but still, he still had power. Meaning they still kind of came out with what they came out with now. So yes, Joe is definitely creepy, but you saw what the Russians did to Hillary. So I would not be surprised they doing the same thing to Joe. That's why I feel like with Joe, it's kind of like a default. I'll rock out with him, but something about Bernie, I can never. I like how Bernie handled himself the last time, 2016.
Oh, he was a sore loser.
Yeah, when he lost, it took all his supporters with him. He wasn't trying to share nobody.
because
Come on, what
Joe
you
don't
doing
be
here?
putting no
Like,
respect on his name. I
What
don't blame
name?
him. I'm gonna pack my people up too. We are.
yeah, but guess what then? Then don't complain. Don't complain when we got Orange Man in it.
Here's the thing, though. Also, with my friend, I was talking about, and please, listeners, don't think I'm caping for anybody in particular. I'm literally just asking questions. And I asked my friend, what was the difference in terms of the black condition when the Obama administration was in office versus the Trump administration? How is the black condition any different? Because everybody else suffering right now, like a whole country suffering. I'm saying specifically the black condition. Was it any different in the Obama administration versus the Trump administration? I see a lot of black people saying, oh, we got to get Trump out of office. Oh, this is terrible. But was our condition different?
Well, okay, that's great. That's great you say that. So I can only speak for myself. So
Gotcha.
it's not about being conditioned. I think with Trump, it's just I just don't like what he has done in the past 4 years. So he has to leave. I can never ever say I didn't like or dislike what Obama did. It didn't affect me. I feel like Trump is affecting me more than what Obama did.
In what way?
Like watching Trump on TV. Okay, say for instance. So Trump, I think it was last year, and just double check when I say this. Trump reversed a law that Obama put into place for car dealerships. Prior to Obama putting this law in place for car dealerships would charge minorities, blacks, I'm pretty sure it wasn't just us, but give us a higher interest rate, right, than a white person. But once Barack put this law into place, now it had to be equal. You know, they couldn't raise your interest rate because you were black. Well, Trump reversed that. So automatically, that's affecting me. Because now, when I go and get a car...
So it says CNN, Congress says okay to racist auto lenders. This is an opinion piece written by Van Jones. So there might be some truth to what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, they talked... Okay, exactly. Because CNN was the one that brought it up. But yeah, he's reversing everything that Obama did. And majority of the stuff that he did affects us. That's why I say he has to go, because his 4 years was really trying to erase everything Obama did. He didn't do his job. He was too busy trying to erase everything. He didn't do his job. Bush did a better job than Trump. I believe. I mean, as long as you're not affecting people, because I think once you start affecting people, then it's only right for the person or the group that you're affecting to want you out. And that's me. I want him out. And I think this is the only time we can get him out. We can't, listen, we already impeached the man and he's still there. What do you think? We're going to try to impeach him again? If we say, oh, the hell with him, we're going, you know what, I'm not going to show up to vote. I'm just going to let it be what it be. Then he does something in the next 4 years. We're like, you know what? Yeah, impeach him. Hey, listen, for anything, he's going to be the first president ever impeached twice, but still in office. Like, impeachment does not mean anything unless you have the Senate or the House to vote you out. And the Democrats, correct me if I'm wrong, Jay Stokes, do they have the House or the Senate?
I believe the Democrats have the House.
Okay, so the House means nothing because the Senate kept his ass in, which was run by the Republicans. And I feel like if we allow Trump to have 4 more years, it's only going to get worse because he's the type of person that believes, oh, I got away with this, well, I get away with anything. He already acting like he can't be touched. He thought that he could get blanket immunity because he's the president.
That's
like,
correct.
No, that's why the District of New York is actually going through his taxes right now, and they're finding a lot of things out. They're actually following the money. So I just feel like, listen, man, you have 4 years. It seems like you really never wanted the job.
Nope.
So just go. Just go. You can still be the 45th president, go in history, go to bad, but just go.
So, Coy, what is your take? Do you think that the black condition was any different under the Trump administration versus the Obama administration?
No, the black condition's pretty much been bad for the last 400 and some odd years. But I did notice that people were saying that with Trump being in office, like the way he set up taxes and everything is to make the rich richer and the poor poorer, the poor poorer. So, like, everybody's complaining about all this money that getting taken out their taxes and everything. But me personally, I haven't seen like an immediate effect on him. I just think he's ignorant. He's making everybody divisive. And like all this racial tension, it feels like 1960. And that's like not how I want to bring my kids up in 2020. But thanks to him, like the energy and the temperature is hot. It's just a mess. So that's really what I think. He just had like a negative impact on people and their behavior. And, you know, the racists are just out here wilding out now. He gave them a green light. That's a problem for me.
Hey, Coy, you know, you said something real good, too. I just want to piggyback off of that. You have a point, too. When it came to the taxes, once Trump became president, I don't know about you, but my tax, I started owing ever since he became president because of that damn itemized deduction. The itemized deduction used to be $12,000. Now it's $2,400. I'm sorry, $24,000. You would never ever get to $24,000. I remember back because I have a house. I used to get money. Now I owe every freaking year since he changed that itemized deduction from $12,000 to $24,000. So hopefully, you know, that's brought up with the next president. Hopefully not him.
If there is a next president.
You're kidding, right?
Exactly, because he definitely, and things quick. That's another reason why he affected me. You know, you got to go, man. I'm not making no money.
I definitely.
Everybody.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're fine. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I definitely understand. I think the bottom line, it comes down to the Democratic Party has to do a better job at picking their candidates to run for president, because we're once again in the same situation that we were with Hillary and Trump, where it's the lesser of two evils. Even though one may be more qualified, the Democratic nominees are so controversial that people are scratching their head. And that's why we're having this division going on.
You're damn right. But the sad part is, Jay Stokes, when I think back, I think the only person I probably would have voted for with no problem would be Elizabeth Warren. I think I would have voted for her, even though she kind of messed up with calling herself Indian. But, you know, but.
Indian, y'all. But the people, they always want to be Indian. What the hell is that?
Yeah, and she reaped the benefit. No, all I was saying is that she reaped the benefits.
Because she went to college. She went to college
Yep.
and put on her transcript that, or put on her application that she was Native American.
But they do that all the time.
So I think besides,
they got in by telling, you know, like they would pay their counterparts a couple of dollars to put that they have a percentage of Native American and to get land when they was giving it to the Native Americans.
Right.
And people ain't no Native American. They
You're
ain't
right.
well.
yeah.
You're exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to the Joe Biden presidential nominee for the Democratic Party, that whole talk, he actually wants to put into place a coronavirus mask mandate. So everybody has to wear a mask in order to slow the spread of coronavirus. So I wanted to get y'all thoughts on that. Do you think that that's kind of an example of what type of president he will be? He'd be the person to say, okay, we're mandating this. That's it.
Yeah, but did y'all hear what Trump said? Trump said it's not scientific.
What?
Him of all people thinks, Jay Stokes, that tweet you gave me. Yes, I don't have my phone, but yeah, Trump of all people talking about that he is against mandating masks because it's unscientific. That's the same guy who told people in April, or was it May, to inject yourself with disinfectant or put put light UV, right? So like some type of light on your skin,
light. And bleach. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and bleach.
The lady asked him, how does he feel about lying or the lies he said to the American people? He got quiet and then asked for the next question.
No, I didn't see it.
Oh my God.
I didn't see that.
I'm about to send it to y'all on Instagram. He's so damn rude.
President, after 3.5 years, do you regret it all the lying you've done to the American people? On
All the what?
everything? All the lying, all the dishonesties.
That who has done?
You have done. Tens of thousands.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Please. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask about the payroll tax.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Yo. Oh, wait a minute. Was that the one? Because I know this week, a lady reporter was asking him so many questions that he didn't like. He ended the whole meeting. It's all right. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. They were like, what?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
They enjoyed her in particular because she said, after 3.5 years, do you regret at all the lying you have done to the American people? He got real quiet, gave no answer, then said, next reporter. So he just was starting it. He's so ignorant. Man. He's ignorant, though. But he is an entertainer, after all. He's a reality TV guy, so he knows exactly what he's doing.
That's very true. So speaking of coronavirus and these masks, so I wanted to switch gears and go to the NBA because now they're having a new ruling in place. Now, for those of you who don't know, the NBA players have been playing in like a bubble, which is pretty much these gyms that are sectioned off from the rest of society in Orlando, Florida. Is that right, Randall?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so basically they were quarantined and didn't allow fans to see their games, but now they're relaxing some of their conditions and they're saying that now each player is allowed to bring 4 guests plus children into the bubble following the first round of the playoffs. I thought this is not a good idea because I'm like, this is how problems happen, but I want to get y'all thoughts on this.
It's probably best. Really, the NBA probably needs to be shut down. Like, I get that we're all at home and we're bored and want to be entertained and everything, but that's kind of selfish for people to feel like, oh, well, go risk your life because I need to be entertained. They need to just shut it down altogether for right now. Because we really can't get it under control. Like, when are these kids going back to damn school? Like, regular school. Yeah. This hybrid, this is learner action. Like, I just want them to be able to go without masks. We cannot get it under control as a country. So them playing sports ain't going to help.
Yo, did you see that meme? There was a meme, and the meme was a caption, and it was like, parents, how are we going to just go to work and leave our kids at home during coronavirus? And then you said it's like 90s parents be like,
okay, better not touch that door. Don't touch the stove. I don't care who it is. Don't open that door.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Simple
listen, our
rules.
parents used to leave us at home all the time. All the
Yeah.
time.
Live their life.
Nothing ever happened.
Nope.
But nowadays, people being sick, even down to the kids. Like, we just live in a different climate. You got to worry about the kids hurting kids too. It's like, this world is out.
No. I agree. To answer your question, Jay Stokes, I have a problem with that because I feel like these players, they make too much money, so they're not really sacrificing. I mean, so the sacrifice just to not get sick, I don't think is asking a lot. I mean, they want to play the game, right?
Right.
So since they want to play the game, then it's just a sacrifice. You'll be back with your family in October. You signed up for this. Or you could be the other guys who didn't sign up. I mean, you got two choices. Either you're going to play or you're not. Because I feel like once you allow family to come in, how's this going to work? When are they going to be tested? Because God forbid one of the kids is asymptomatic. Now we got a problem because you could test them all you – okay, no, I'm sorry. Let me wind that back. If you test them, you still can find an asymptomatic kid. So I take that back. So, but my thing is this. What if you test these people, right? And now they're saying that if you test me on Monday, by Thursday, I can have the virus, meaning the virus is just sitting in my system. So now they're trying to say, when do you test people? You can test them on Monday, and then by Thursday, the virus is now rampant in your body. But by the time you get the test results back, it's negative because you test me on Monday. You know what I'm saying? So how you going to catch this? I think right about now, they're doing a good job. No one's really getting sick in that bubble. Just finish it. Keep it moving because I really feel like it's going to be a distraction when you got – because now who you going to bring? Now you bring your mama, right? I'm sorry. Now you bring your wife.
Your baby mama.
And your mother.
And your baby mama.
Okay. But I'm saying, somebody going to get left out. Somebody going to feel the type of way.
What is that, Corey?
They got about 3-4 of those apiece. Some NBA players.
Exactly. And God forbid they got a bunch of kids. I just feel like it's just too much. Finish what you started. Keep it the way it is. We got Skype. We got Zoom. We got FaceTime. Just rock out, man. Listen, you'll be home soon. Wait. Take that back. No, they won't be home soon.
I think you said it best. Because you said it best, Random. They decided to play, so that's the sacrifice they made. They decided to play. They don't need family or fans there. That's the sacrifice they made.
I thought about it. The NBA starts up the real season. So what's happened to the regular season? Are they going to push it back to December?
Yeah, they got to push it back.
And are they going to have it in the bubble? Probably.
I don't know. But my theory is this with the fan thing. Yeah. I sent this to you on text message. I just find it funny how a report came out that LeBron James didn't feel the same without playing with fans in the audience. No, he didn't feel the same playing without fans in the audience. And then the day after that report comes, then all of a sudden, they're going to allow fans in the audience. I was like, what? Is this a conspiracy to make LeBron win?
I think.
Yeah, I'm just tired. Listen, I just really feel like, I'm sorry, Quinn. Go.
I said I shouldn't even want to be there. Like, why are you putting your health at risk? Watch it on TV like everybody else. Calm down.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And the NBA did a good job of the virtual crowd.
Yes.
Pick better people to watch the game.
Not the virtual crowd. They should have just had
you never seen
seats. That's weird.
You never seen it? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. People putting their dog up to the camera.
Yep. People get tickets and they can watch the game.
Hate it.
So speaking of hate,
2020 guys, it's not even funny.
I know 2020 has been a mess.
Yes.
So speaking of hate, I wanted to have this be the last topic of tonight. Basically, there's a biopic on legendary Black Panther and civil rights activist Fred Hampton called Judas and the Black Messiah. I don't know if you've both gotten a chance to watch the trailer for that.
I've seen it.
No.
So Judas and the Black Messiah, obviously this is a biopic of Fred Hampton, and it's talking about him and his betrayal by William O'Neill, who was a black guy who actually was his bodyguard who turned into an FBI informant. And his bodyguard was part of the reason why Fred Hampton was killed by the government. And Fred Hampton and the Black Panthers, all they were trying to do was exercise their Second Amendment right, protect their communities. They were feeding their kids. They had like a breakfast program. They're trying to help out the Black community. And Fred Hampton went even further as to try to get other races involved, like poor people, people that were underprivileged, and try to get everybody together to work together to better themselves as a community and better the environment. So he was a really honorable, nice guy. But a lot of the reasons why people are having a problem with this biopic is because it's starring Daniel Kaluuya. Now, Daniel Kaluuya, he is a British actor. He has an African ancestry, so his family probably emigrated to London or Britain or what have you. And people are upset because they're thinking that, hey, why is it that foreign-born blacks keep getting roles for Black Americans? Because we've seen this with Harriet. Cynthia Erivo is British. Then we saw that in Selma. Both the actors that played Dr. King and Coretta Scott King were both British. And now we're seeing with this, now we're seeing with this biopic of Fred Hampton. Fred Hampton's British, but the guy that they got playing the FBI informant, he's Black American.
Wow.
Come on now. That's messed up.
Well, you know
They
why
always
I
trying to
think
make us look bad.
yeah, but you know why I think what the problem is, you're right, Jay Stokes. They have a lot of good actors. They probably could have had Denzel Washington's son. He's a real good actor.
Isaiah? No, not Isaiah.
That was Dan.
I know. For some reason, I always think Isaiah Washington is his son for some reason. I don't know why, but no, it's not Isaiah.
No, what to say?
Yeah, hold
What's
on.
his name?
I would hope not.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Did y'all see? This
John
is like
David.
off subject for a second.
John David. That's his name.
Now what you say, Corey?
Go ahead, Corey.
Get into something messy, but it's okay because it's
No,
off
go ahead.
subject.
No, go ahead.
Okay, fine. Don't, you ain't gotta pull my leg too hard. Why did Michael B. Jordan? Did y'all see that this morning?
What?
The white guy that said he was Michael B. Jordan's assistant at his house, and Michael B. Jordan would always flirt with him. And one day he was in his closet doing, like, organizing something, and Michael B. Jordan was like, "Oh, so are we gonna kiss?"
So he had Creed body. He'd walk around his house, and I was the house assistant at that time.
Yeah.
So I was helping him move in. He'd walk around in boxers and no shirt, and he was so flirtatious. He would flirt with a wall. So he'd flirt with me. He would flirt with everyone in the office. He just flirted with the wall. Like, he was such a flirt. And I, being like so young, I was in my 20s. I thought we had a moment, but I could be wrong.
I think you did.
I was in his closet, and he was just like, "Are we gonna kiss?" And I was like, "What?" I was like,
"Wait,
what?" Yeah, and I was like, "Michael," and he's like, "I just like to josh around with you," and I was like, I started twitching. I was like, And I was such a professional person. Thanks a lot, Dad. He was always like, you have to be professional all the time. So I was like, Michael, I have a job to do. And I went downstairs and started receiving packages. I should have received his package.
Okay.
Yeah, he came on to me.
Can I analyze?
What?
Wait.
Oh, I'm gonna send it. Yes.
What?
That was the tea for this. Everybody was shook. But then it was like a mixed review in the comments. Some people think that. Everybody was like, man, he can have whoever he wants. I know it wouldn't be you. But at the same time, why not get a guy that's not that attractive? That way you could do whatever you want with him because he don't feel that good about himself anyway. So, if you're not ugly and raggedy nowadays, you don't win unless you a hoe.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, sidebar. Yo, Jay Stokes, that is so funny. You know what? Thanks, Corey. You definitely got us off track because now I'm about to go to another lane. Yo, Jay Stokes, are you paying attention to the Dame Lillard and Kawhi? No. The Dame Lillard and Paul George beef?
Yeah, because the family got involved.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And his sister was talking about, you dummy, you done slipped up and got a stripper pregnant.
Ooh.
Who got a stripper? Paul George did get a stripper pregnant. Oh, shoot, I forgot.
And he wiped her.
What?
He wiped her.
Uh-oh. See?
Yes.
What I say? If you know, you win.
Yeah, yo, Boy, you are so right.
He wiped her.
Yep. If you one of those these days, you are definitely winning. As we see by the WAP video.
But you know what, though? I have to give that WAP a break, though, because I heard this song from 1935 that I will send to y'all, and this lady is talking real reckless. To make WAP sound like a gospel, and it's from 1935. So people been talking reckless.
And I think I know the song you're talking about, but the issue is this, though. Number one, this is not the time. We don't need this right now. No. You know what I mean? And
yeah, it's like probably also for me, I don't find neither of them attractive. I think I find them more disgusting.
Yeah, because Meg do the most nowadays.
Wet ass pussy. Like, I don't want to know about your.
No, but Coy,
I don't want to know about that.
Coy,
that macaroni pussy.
Coy, I think there's like layers to this. Number one, back in the day, we had a variety of music, right? Now it's like every song by a female rapper is a stripper anthem. You know what I mean?
It is. Yes.
Back in the day, we had,
Nobody makes music for the club nowadays. Don't nobody make music really to sit at the house on the
But everybody goes to the club no time soon. So by the time WAP is blown up in the club, wait, I'm sorry, Magic City is back open.
Oh no.
WAP is just a bad song.
It is a bad song.
It is bad.
My Neck, My Back is a bop. WAP just
No,
got a
My
good
Neck,
song.
My Back is good. But and then the thing is this: a lot of these songs that these female rappers are putting out nowadays, they're not like songs. And I was just with a group of people last night. Well, not a group of people, the Ghost and 2 other people, and we were talking about like Meg Thee Stallions.
Wait, we are wearing masks?
No, we're in the room. We're in our apartment. We weren't outside.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
You don't got no windows. I mean, you don't got to open windows.
Shush. Anyway, so what I was saying was,
I'm dead.
even with Meg Thee Stallion's song "Big Old Freak," right? That's a song. It has a hook. It has a bridge. Well, not a bridge, but it has a hook. It has an extended chorus, and it's a complete song. Now every song she puts out nowadays, it sounds the same. She has the same rap cadence, and the songs be like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's the issue. Like,
And now for a quick commercial break.
Hey guys, as you can hear, we are unapologetic in our opinions. We may be politically incorrect or possibly wrong, but don't knock us for being ourselves and saying what many are too afraid to admit out loud. Anyways, if you have any thoughts or questions about our show, email us at chemistryproductions@gmail.com. That's K3MISTRY productions@gmail.com. We'll be sure to address whatever you have to say.
here's the thing. We had ratchet artists back in the day. We had Trina, we had Lil Kim, but at least Lil Kim could rap. You know what I mean? Like, Lil Kim was actually saying something on the track. You know what I mean?
All hell the queen bee, okay?
Oh, yeah,
Period.
definitely.
Facing all that, she's still the queen.
What you said? Her clay face? You said her clay face?
Yeah.
You said clay face?
I said new. No, I said new face and all. You could call it clay. You call it whatever you want.
I thought you said clay face.
Nah, I ain't gonna talk about Lil Kim. But Lil Kim, nah, that's some mental stuff right there. So I'm not gonna talk bad about her. Another thing is, like, with WAP, they're trying to disguise that as like a sexually liberating song, and I'm just like, that's another issue. Like, stop trying to pass it off like it's sexual liberation, especially if you're a Black woman. There has never been a time as a Black woman in America where your body has not been used for sex. So stop saying this is sexual liberation. You've always been seen as and used as a sexual object in American history. So don't even with that sexual liberation stuff, okay?
I think it's more so about they want to be like, because, you know, if you know somebody's going to use you, you at least kind of want to feel like you're in control. So maybe them putting songs out like that, it's like, so what? I know you're going to look at my body anyway, so I'm just owning it.
Do you think that helps,
you know,
though?
like, I don't know about it helping, but I think that's probably the mindset behind it. But I feel like this. At the end of the day, Megan nor Cardi, none of them girls ain't going to raise my damn kids anyway. So whatever they want to put out is what they want to put out. You know, because we grew up listening to Uncle Luke. We listened to a whole bunch of shit we shouldn't listen to. We came out all right because our parents did what we had to do. So they can come out with WAP 1, 2, and 3. My kids still going to be straight. So everybody just need to kind of like.
I think also the problem is nowadays, though, you got strippers raising their kids to be strippers. So it's like, these kids don't have parents nowadays. They got strippers.
Yeah, everybody think they so lit. They don't got no time to raise the kids because they too busy on the scene.
Exactly. Like, look at Cardi.
True.
Cardi doing all this stuff, wearing all these outfits. Now, here's my other question. Would these women making these songs, would they feel comfortable if their kids were acting like this? If not, then that's some BS.
You know what?
That is
Probably
true.
not. You know, they probably feel like, oh, I'm an entertainer, so it's fine, but I don't want my kids to do it. And a lot of them do it. They say they, like the City Girls, prime example. Young Miami said she's hustling and making whatever song she want to make right now, so that way her kids are straight. They'll never have to work if they don't want to. So maybe they're just putting themselves on the front line, trying to set their kids up for something nice. I don't know.
But do you feel comfortable doing it at the expense of other children?
Yeah. Because the first thing they're going to say is they're nobody's role model. That's going to be the first thing out their mouth. That's always what they say.
That's some BS too, because I'm like, you're not no one role model, but as soon as they take your money away, I bet you're going to want to be somebody's role model.
You want to be apologizing. You ain't mean anything by it.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
God.
hey, listen,
take
Corey.
more apologies.
Well, listen, Corey, yo, good looking out for steering us in another direction. I appreciate that, Jay Stokes. That was excellent.
Yeah, it was. And it got us.
We definitely ended on some ratchet shit.
We did. Oh, yeah, definitely. That's why we love you, Corey.
Welcome to the AVIOT podcast, y'all.
Hey, I just wanted to circle back to the Fred Hampton thing and say I'm not against foreign-born Blacks playing roles that are Black American. My issue is just more so I want to make sure that Black Americans are also getting access to these historical Black American figures. Because if we were playing Jamaicans or if we were playing Africans, they would have a huge problem.
They would.
Correct.
They would. Because I remember on that Steven Seagal show, damn, was it Mark for Death? When he went to Jamaica and killed all the Jamaicans? those Jamaicans are upset to this day because there were no Jamaicans in that movie, but some bad acting Jamaicans. And he went to Jamaica and killed all them Jamaicans.
Black.
What is it? What'd you say?
What you say, Coy?
What'd you say,
Remember
Coy?
Cool Runnings from back in the day? About the Cool Runnings, the
Oh,
Jamaican
yeah.
bobsled team. I don't think people were Jamaican.
Oh yeah.
They've been on
No,
that
we
shit.
know Tay Diggs wasn't.
This country just
Tay Diggs was horrible.
Right.
Tay Diggs. Oh God, Estella got her groove back too. His accent. Stop casting him to be an island man. It's over with.
Yeah, Tay Diggs kind of suspect anyway. So yeah.
I know.
His acting is questionable at times.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah, it is.
That is true.
It's very questionable. On that note, I think it's time for us to end this show. All right, y'all.
Peace out,
Y'all
y'all.
family, I love y'all.
Oh,
y'all
we got to shout
y'all
them
have a good one.
out.
Oh, so shout out to
That's what I was saying.
shout out to Japan for listening. Thank you for listening.
Konnichiwa. Hey guys.
Hey, you got it right
We're working
too.
on that all week. Konnichiwa.
Shout out to
Sorry.
Belgium. What did Belgium say?
I have no idea, but I got that Japan down. I got y'all next week, Belgium. But what's up? I got y'all next week. Next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
All right. Count out Koya to come up with some nonsense.
Right. You know how I do. Gotta shake the spot up a little bit.
Yeah, you know.
It was so fun, guys.
Yes,
We went from Trump, Megan. It just got lit up in here. Super ghetto. I loved it. Okay, guys. We'll do it again next week.
All right, I gotta see this thing with this Michael B. Jordan though, for real.
Yeah, please send that.
Oh, I sent
Y'all
it.
take it easy, all right? Everybody be
It's in the
safe.
inbox.
All right.
All right. Have a good night, guys. Bye.
All right, good night. Peace.
So go a little sign like this. That's AVIOT.